How's it going, everyone? It's Zerker, and today we're going to talk about something that I think all collectors of whatever medium that they decide to collect in aspire to have in their collections. So basically, like, it's a goal list of things that collectors want in their collection. So today we're going to talk about that. I have a list of a couple things that I want in my manga and vinyl collections. And these are kind of goals that I've set myself to either start getting into or acquiring for the year of 2022. So if you're interested in more videos like this, more manga content, more vinyl content, be sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. That all helps so much. And with all that said, let's jump into what my vinyl goals are going to be for the year of 2022. So for the year 2022, I want to pick up the vinyl for the Akira Symphonic Suite. This is basically the soundtrack for the Akira film that came out so long ago. That was such an amazing piece of artwork and audio design. In every aspect, everything about Akira has always appealed to everybody. So that is my goal. It is a very expensive item from what I've seen on the used market. I've seen it range anywhere from $100 to about $500. So hopefully I can find one more in the $100 range. I would definitely pay that for that particular item. Following up with Akira, we're gonna go with another film from the early 90s that was such a banger that I still watch every now and then to this day, and that's the Ghost in the Shell original soundtrack. Audio on that is just as good as it was in Akira, probably maybe even better just by the newer technology used probably in Ghost in the Shell's audio department. But the Making of Cyborg song has always, anytime I hear it, anytime like somebody mentions it, or even just mentions Ghost in the Shell, I always think of Making of Cyborg, and I think that is just one of the absolute best theme songs ever created. I would put it above the Guts theme song. And lastly, for the vinyl side of things, is going to be the Dead Cells original soundtrack. Now, with this particular soundtrack, there are two versions out there. There is a kind of like a preview, I guess. It only has maybe like 2-3 tracks on it, and then there is the full-length vinyl original soundtrack of it. That one has been pretty difficult to find on the used market. When I do find it, it goes pretty quick, and it also is pretty expensive. We're talking about $100 minimum as well. And the reason I want this particular soundtrack is because I've seen a friend of mine play Dead Cells on his Twitch channel, and I got interested in it, but I never purchased it. Steam had a Steam sale, purchased it, and played it by myself off stream. Yes, I do stream every now and then, so I will drop a link for that below. But I can't remember what level I was on, but I was just listening to it. I just stopped moving and just started listening to the music, and I was like, yo, this is really good. And just by chance, I thought maybe they have a vinyl for this, and lo and behold, they do, but it's hard to get. So if I can get it, that'd be awesome. And I guess what we'll do some honorable mentions as well, and it's gonna be real simple. Like I mentioned earlier, I do stream on Twitch. Lately, I've been replaying Breath of the Wild, and in anticipation for Breath of the Wild 2 that should be coming out, I guess, later this year supposedly. So I've been replaying that when I get a chance to. But I would absolutely love to get the Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and the Breath of the Wild soundtracks on vinyl. I have never even thought to look to see if they even have them, but if they do, then I would definitely love to get them. Now let's jump into the manga side of things, and for the first one is going to be Gunslinger Girl. I've had my eye actually on Gunslinger Girl for at least the better part of a year. I ran across it on some eBay listings that I saw, and it was the singles, and I said okay, but they always had maybe like volumes 1 through 5, 1 through 6, and I just felt like I could have sworn I've seen more volumes for this. So I did some research, found out there are 15 single volumes, but it looks like the English releases only got up to maybe 6 or 7. So then I said that kind of sucks, so kind of put it off to the side. I didn't think about it for a while, and then one day I was at Half Price Books, and I saw a omnibus version of Gunslinger Girl. I didn't buy it just because I was, I hate omnibus versions of things so much, but if it's pretty much the only option to read the entire series, then yeah, I will bite the bullet and get it. And so I didn't buy it, but I went on eBay, started looking around, and you can get full sets of them for fairly decent prices. This was at the time, of course, when I first saw it, but now they're kind of jumping up in value a little bit. So I'm hoping I can find a full set, because the full set of the omnibuses is like what, 4 omnibuses. So if I can get that, that'd be awesome. So a little story with, or I guess a little background for Gunslinger Girl for people that don't know. I'm going to read this off of a piece of paper I printed out so I can remember it. Gunslinger Girl follows the exploits of the Social Welfare Agency, an institution sponsored by the Italian government. While the agency professes to aid in the rehabilitation of the physically injured, it is actually a military organization in counterintelligence and counterterrorism. So basically, Italian government implants mechanical limbs and things like of such to traumatize girls to help them fight in counterterrorism. That's kind of what I got from it. That sounds kind of cool. I've looked at the artwork when I saw the omnibus version. It looked pretty good. It looked really clean. So why not? My number 2 for the manga is going to be Biomega. Reason for this is because I started picking up some of Nihei's work, and most particularly with Opossums, but I also have the single volume of Nights of Sidonia, and I want to pick up Blam. And the reason I love Nihei's stuff is because his artwork speaks more volumes than the dialogue, especially with Blam and Nights of Sidonia. Opossums is facing more of, from what I can see, dialogue over what the artwork is saying, because the artwork in Opossums is much less detailed than it would be in something like Blam or Nights of Sidonia. And Biomega looks to have the same artistic path that Blam does in the dark, hard, very detailed lines and everything. And if that's the case, I'm probably going to really love it. It's really hard to find. I have not really looked at what the used market is like. I have seen them a few times at half price books, but it's always been maybe like a weird random volume 3 or 4 or something like that. My number 3, everyone knows this one. Everyone probably has this one on their list if they have a list. Battle Royale, the godfather of the Battle Royale genre. The one that started and set what Battle Royale actually is. I have watched the live action film years ago when it first came out. Loved it. I knew there was a manga for it, but every time I see the prices for them, they were expensive. But I have noticed a trend that they are starting to kind of come down to the used market. So I think things are leveling out a little bit, or people are just starting to realize they're not worth as much as they try to say they are. But anyway, that is one I'm hoping to get. I'm hoping to buy a full set rather than buying individual volumes, but I will not throw out the idea of buying individual volumes if the prices are right. Now lastly, this is one that I'm pretty sure a lot of people would wish to have. A lot of people do have it. They have it in the Viz Big editions. But that's not my thing. I really hate omnibuses, and if I can get the singles, I'm going to get the singles. And I'm hopefully the downtrend for this used market thing, or the used market side of things, continues down, because I would absolutely love, and I absolutely need to have Vagabond in my collection. I know it's not complete. I know it's on a pretty much permanent hiatus, but I need to have Vagabond in the singles in my collection. I need it. And I know it's going to break the bank regardless of whatever direction I go, whether it be a full set or the singles, buying them all individually. I know it's going to destroy my bank account, but I need it. I need them. So hopefully I can do that. I'm definitely going to say that the most attainable ones for 2022 are going to be probably Gunslinger Girl and maybe Battle Royale, maybe. If I can find a Biomega one, awesome. But if I can at least get started on Vagabond this year, then that would be awesome. So those are my collection goals for 2022. I know, like I mentioned, Vagabond is just going to kill me, but I think the series that I have on there are pretty attainable as long as I don't jump the gun and start just buying. If I just wait, I know I can find some pretty decent deals, especially on like Battle Royale, maybe even Gunslinger Girl, and probably even the Akira Symphonic Suite. I could probably find some good deals on those if I just be patient. So yeah, that's my my goal and list of what I want to get for 2022. I'm curious, do you have a list of items that you set yourself up for every year to buy, to get? If you do, let me know what's on that list. I'd love to see what some of you are trying to collect or what you're trying to attain. Or do you just, if you see it, you buy it? Who knows? Anyway, I'm Zerker. That's my 2022 list, and I'm gonna head on out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.